Peace and welcome to this full moon in Taurus collective reading. Wow, this energy with this full moon has been so intense, has been transformational, and really one that is highlighting where we are in terms of our abundance, our wealth, and our fortune. This energy of this beaver full moon is one that is asking us, how prepared are we to receive all that we desire to flow into our lives? Are we actually ready for the abundance that we claim? Mm. There's this mirroring effect happening here also with the energy of this Taurus full moon, where our ability to hold wealth, abundance, joy, pleasure, security, stability, our ability to hold that is really being reflected in our external world. And what the divine is really showing us, what the Most High is really revealing in this full moon is where our alignment is and isn't. There are certain things in your life right now that is not in alignment with your overall abundance, right? It may be a means to an end. It may be something that is supporting you in the moment. But when you're looking at the grand picture of your life, the big picture of your life, there are some things that are out of alignment that are actually stopping a greater flow of abundance from entering in. So many of you are going to be recognizing under the light of this full moon the things that need to shift, the things that you need to give more attention and focus in, building a more solid foundation where you can withhold all the things that you desire. And so this reading is going to give us the clarity on all of that insight, right? How do we align with the value, with the abundance, with the fortune that is already us? One of the things that Spirit has already channeled to me about this energy is that we have to be in our joy. You have to figure out how to quickly get back into your joy, right? The more you stay in a frequency of discontentment, frustration, annoyance, things like that, wow, the more you stay in that frequency, the more you increase the delay between you and your manifestations. Your joy is your magnetism. Your joy is your attraction mechanism, right? So understand when you're having experiences that take you out of your joy, that is your spirit team just telling you there's a misalignment here. Something is off, right? We're not perceiving this thing in the correct way. So one of the things you're going to have to do in this season under this full moon is look for the things that are trying to not look for them, but pay attention to the things that are like trying to rob your joy. Those things your spirit team is saying, no, actually look at that a little bit deeper, contemplate on that, transform that, transmute that, understand how you're actually looking at this thing. You know, anytime we have a full moon, this means full illumination. This means you can see everything clearly. Clear as day. The full moon is coming out and saying, hello, okay? This is what you need to reflect on. So under this full moon light, we're looking at the things that support our abundance. So we're thinking about a Taurus. We're thinking about that bull energy, that strength energy. We're thinking about something that is solid, something that is consistent, right? Something that is almost stubborn in a sense. It's something that you can be grounded in, Taurus energy. And so our spirit team right now is asking us to focus our energy on the things and the security that we're developing within ourselves and within our lives. Focus on doing that from a place of internal value, right? How do you build something so solid that is built on something real and true and authentic and abundant and secure within you? The first card for this full moon in Taurus reading, it says divine destiny, path of the divine warrior. Wow. This energy is saying under this full moon light that we want to really be a warrior about the things that we're meant to do, the life that we're meant to live, the manifestations that we're supposed to have, right? Understand that being a warrior and being that energy doesn't mean you're reactionary. It means that you are, think of what's that book, The Art of War? There's a method to the madness. Understand that you are in a simulation where you could receive everything that you want if you are willing to play the game at a high level. And so being a warrior just means that you don't give up. It means that you have resilience. It means that you stay focused on the goal. You continue to pursue what is in your heart. You continue to go after that thing that you're bullheaded about, that you're stubborn about. There's things in your life that it's just like this thing keeps popping up. Some of you actually in this full moon energy are going to be getting aligned with your divine path. That thing that keeps popping up, but for some reason you weren't able to fully surrender into it. You're being given another opportunity right now to get on that path, to align with that divine destiny that you're meant to be on. So don't get frustrated when the misalignments show up. Don't let me not say don't get frustrated, because you will get frustrated. But what spirit is saying is that don't act on those emotions. Reflect. Get into a spirit that says, I know that everything is working out for me. And if I give it time, focus, understanding, and awareness, the divine is going to show me how this situation or circumstance is actually serving my highest good. You are meant to experience abundance, fortune, security, right? The goodness of life. That is your divine destiny. That is who you are. So when anything takes you out of the frequency of gratitude, of love, of joy, your spirit team is inviting you to actually reflect on that and to figure out what shifts, what adjustments you need to make that support you having a better vibration, a greater resonance, and greater alignment with the desires. Next card we got out is the what is this thing? This is a scarab beetle actually on this card, but it's symbolizing life being restored. Phoenix energy. Under this full moon in Taurus, you're remembering who the hell you are. You're coming back to life, right? The part of you that was dead, that was buried, you were actually a seed. Oh my God. What they thought they were destroying, what they thought they were taking away from you or challenging you with, no. They were actually creating a monster. They were actually reminding you of the God is divine being that you are. And so you are being restored to that greater vibration. You are being resurrected, right? You're coming back to life under this full moon in Taurus. You're remembering the abundance that is your nature. You are remembering the good fortune and luck that is you. Okay? But you have to focus on what actually feeds your spirit, right? You have to focus on your laughter. Actually, the ancestors are actually coming through at this time, obviously, because we just had Dia de los Muertos, and that energy lingers on. Daylight savings. There's just a lot of spiritual energy that is taking place. And so you get to use this thinning of the veil, this Scorpio energy, this ability to connect with the spirit realm just based off of this space and time. You get to use that energy to gain clarity on how to navigate in your physical reality. And so for me last night, an ancestor came through and he was just smiling. Oh, goodness, that's why. And he was just smiling. And he actually had on green. This card is green. It says rejoice and celebration. Wow. This full moon in Taurus is one where you need to celebrate. You need to have joy in your heart. You need to be like, yes, it is done. It is well. Thank you, Spirit. You literally need to look at what is real in your life. Really take inventory on what is real in your life. We got this card, rejoice and celebration. Spirit is like, celebrate. Even in those moments where you identify the misalignment, or you look at where you feel short, or you look at, right, because the full moon, and then this moon is actually closer to the earth than any other full moon this year. So what this means is what was unconscious to us, what was in the subconscious, is now being made super visible. Rejoice in that, because from that awareness, oh my God, from that awareness, you get to actually make the changes to align with your destiny, to be restored at the highest vibration. Some of you are literally remembering what you were called to do, and you're sitting in that. And these experiences kind of pushed you or nudged you to that, to where you can start building something solid. Rejoice for that. The second card that came out from the Psychic Tarot is the throat chakra. So what this is saying, for this full moon in Taurus, is going to be very important to utilize your voice. Speak life over your manifestations. Speak life over your healing. Speak life into whatever it is that you are desiring. But the life that you are speaking needs to be divinely channeled, and it needs to be heart-centered. The destiny energy keeps coming up. Look at this. This card says destiny, right? Again, destiny, divine destiny. And then we got heart chakra and throat chakra. So we're talking about, oh my goodness, we're talking about what you are creating right now, what this full moon in Taurus is revealing to you. It's literally the life that you are meant to live. It's the thing that you're meant to do, right? It's the thing that is going to build you generational wealth. Your generational wealth code is coming through right now. Your generational wealth code is coming through right now. What I want you to do is pay attention to everything that has happened from October 31st to November 8th, November 9th, this entire week, starting from Halloween or Hallows Eve, starting from that time to the end of this week. I want you to pay attention to the transmissions that come through. Because I'm telling you, your destiny, your abundance, your fortune, your creative expression, the fulfillment of your heart, the codes of that is coming through literally in this week. Some of you are meant to begin hosting live events yourself, just doing it, just putting it out there and making it happen. Some of you are meant to start your own classes, teaching certain skills. Some of you are supposed to pursue some sort of shamanistic ventures. You're supposed to be getting into your magical work, your sciences. Some of you are meant to start working with different spiritual practices right now. There's so much creativity. There's so much power and manifestation that is coming through right now, that literally is the code to your greatest self-realization and your greatest timeline. But you have to find that harmony within yourself. You have to, oh my God, tapping into the Maya energy. We got the heart energy, we got harmony, which is the heart, and we got the 6. This is the 6. My husband, Dreamwise Mental Alchemy, go to his page. He just dropped the video today about the 6 energy, and this how we're living in a simulation, and how the manifestations and everything that is happening is literally always happening in our favor. Like, you cannot make this stuff up. But you have to sit in a frequency that says, whatever it is you're sowing, whatever it is you're putting out, whatever the desires are that you have, they are indeed happening, regardless of what it looks like. And there's so much proof all around you. Every experience you have is a moment of proof. So Spirit is saying, Get into that heart space. What that heart do? How do you walk in love, authenticity, realness? How do you not betray your heart? Because when you betray your heart, you become disharmonious, out of harmony with yourself. So spirit is like, what is in your heart for you to do? Who is it that you are meant to be? Understand that this is a time of divine destiny. I always say this, in the fall season, your purpose is being made so clear in the fall season. Why? Because in the fall, you're letting go of everything that doesn't nourish you. Anything that is no longer serving your highest good, you're letting it go. You're releasing it on purpose, intentionally. And if you don't, God will remove it for you. Wow. So anything that feels like a storm, it says storm warning, and it's a 10. So that is a 10. We got a 10 here as well. Understand that the perceived, man, come on. Anything that is looking like a storm, wow, we just had that storm in Jamaica, Hurricane Melissa. Ooh, come on, Spirit, teach, Spirit. We just had a storm, that Hurricane Melissa that went through Jamaica and all of those Caribbean islands, Cuba, Haiti, things like that. All of those things are opportunities to create anew. When a storm comes through and disrupts something, oh my God, it's because there's something better that is meant to be created. See, sometimes, oh God, Spirit is saying, you need to be the disruptor. This full moon in Taurus is letting you know the areas in your life where you need to be disruptive, where you need to come through and tear some shit up in order for you to rebuild. Now, that doesn't mean that you throw the baby out with the bathwater. That doesn't mean that you destroy everything in your life, da, 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 da. That means that you make adjustments. That means that you stand true, you stand firm to what you know it is that you're meant to do. So understand that there are going to be some situations activated by this full moon where you're going to be looking like the disruptor. You're coming through looking like Hurricane Katrina, Hurricane Melissa, you know what I mean? You're coming through creating some ruckus and some chaos, but out of chaos comes order. Out of chaos comes order. So don't get stuck over focusing or directing your energy on the chaos. The chaos is a distraction. Understand the chaos is just making space for order. The last card that came out for this collective full moon in Taurus energy, it is the heart chakra. The heart chakra, the fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael. This is actually talking about the energy that we've been talking about consistently on my channel, which is the Mayat energy, keeping your heart light, creating and manifesting from the heart. We got another 11 frequency coming up. So what is your heart telling you to do? Who is your heart telling you to be? What is your heart telling you that you are meant to let go of? What is your heart telling you that you are meant to embody? Right? Here's some things that I want you to do with this energy. One, two elements that would be really good to work with right now, even though they are opposing elements: fire and water. Fire and water. I'm just seeing a lot of fire and water energy here, right? When it comes down to fire, if you are a person that is attracted to fire energy, right, I want you to meditate with a flame. If you are like, okay, Spirit, I don't know what it is that I need to do. Wow, I guess I do got to go into the elements right now, right? If you are a person that is governed by fire energy, like you have a lot of fire energy in your chart, what I want you to do for this full moon in Taurus is meditate while visualizing the flame. On this full moon day, you are going to visualize into the flame your manifestations, your desires, right? If you are a fire sign, my Aries, my Leo, my Sagittariuses, this is what you want to do. Light that fire, light a candle, meditate with the candle, okay? Water signs, that's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You are going to need to really meditate with your water. Whether you're speaking into your water, gazing into your water. Oh my God, this would be so good. You get a glass of water, right? You get a glass of water and you meditate with that water, right? I want you to use the water as like your crystal ball, right? But as you look at the glass of water, you're asking the spirit, okay, what do I need to let go of? What do I need to surrender? What is my manifestation method? What is it that I am meant to do in this space and time? Right? Obviously, you could also take a spiritual bath and do this same work. And then while you are in the spiritual bath, let the let the downloads and the channels come to you in that way. Air signs, you want to focus on your breath work. This will be so great for the air signs. Air signs, if you focus on your breath work, this is my Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Focus on your breath. Take a nice deep inhale into the lungs and then exhale. And as you're doing that breath work, you're repeating to yourself, Spirit, reveal to me through my breath what I'm meant to let go of. What am I meant to embody? What is my ultimate manifestation of wealth and abundance that aligns with my greatest timeline? That is my air signs. You're just breathing. You also may want to work with things like incense, right? Something where you get to see movement through that smoke. Air signs, fire signs. No, we did fire signs. Earth signs, really simple. Getting outside, feet in the grass. Feet in the grass, soles of the feet connecting to the earth. And as you do so, being mindful. What is my revelation? What am I meant to embody? What Taurus energy do I need to awaken inside of myself in order to manifest and live in my greatest timeline? Use the energies that is yours. What you could also do is balance both out, right? So you can look at your moon sign and your sun sign and do some sort of simple ritual that pulls these things together. But I just want you to know so deeply that your heart's desires, your abundance, your fortune, and the way that you are meant to get it is being revealed right now so deeply. But you must be resilient. You must be stubborn. You must be bullheaded about aligning with that frequency and doing the work to surrender anything that is standing in the way of it. Okay, be the storm, be the disruptor, be rebellious, go against the things that are not supporting that unfoldment. Your life is being restored right now, your destiny is coming online. Rejoice and be glad in it. Peace, fam. Let me know in the comments how this full moon in Taurus reading is resonating with you now. Peace.